Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video, we're diving deep into some of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable American coins that many people overlook. Whether you're a new collector or someone who's been exploring coins for years, this episode will guide you through the hidden details, the rare features, and the incredible stories behind these pieces that could be sitting quietly in your pocket change. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the real treasures hiding in plain sight. First up, the story of the 1981 D Roosevelt Dime begins quietly, almost humbly, as if it never expected to become a subject of fascination for coin collectors around the world. What was once a simple piece of circulating currency has slowly grown into a discovery that makes collectors pause, study, and wonder how something so ordinary could turn into something so unexpectedly valuable. Despite being found in deeply dirty and heavily circulated conditions, this particular dime carries with it a charm and character forged through decades of survival. It is collectible not because it was born rare, but because it managed to endure, to persist, and to emerge today as a surprisingly significant treasure in the modern American coinage landscape. And for many collectors, that journey is just as meaningful as the rarity itself. To understand the importance of the 1981 D dime, you have to return to the early 1980s, a decade when the United States Mint was producing billions of coins to meet soaring demand across the country. Inflation, rapid population growth, and expanding commerce meant fewer coins were sitting idle in drawers, and more were needed in everyday transactions. The Denver Mint in particular was pushing out enormous quantities of dimes, and the intention was never to create anything collectible or special. These coins were purely functional, meant to last, meant to be spent, and meant to fade into the anonymity of circulation. But history has a way of reshaping ordinary objects, and the tumultuous economic environment of 1981, combined with high-speed minting and quality inconsistencies, accidentally produced pockets of coins that would later stand out to determined collectors. Among them is the worn, dirty, and overlooked 1981 D Roosevelt dime that now commands far more attention than anyone expected at the time of minting. The design of this coin remains rooted in the classic style created by John R. Sinek, whose portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt symbolized not just a president, but the legacy of a leader who helped steer the nation through its darkest hours. On the obverse, Roosevelt's profile carries every familiar detail, from the sharp line of the jaw to the subtle rise of the cheekbone, though in dirty and heavily used examples those lines soften and blend into the metal with age. The motto, "In God We Trust," the year 1981, and the Denver Mint mark sit firmly on the left side of the portrait, while the designer's initials quietly rest below the neck. Flip the coin over and the reverse continues its symbolism with a torch blazing at the center, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, unity, peace, and strength blended into one. Even in coins that have survived decades of circulation, the integrity of these design elements often remains just clear enough to preserve the beauty of Sinek's work. The rarity of the 1981 D dime does not come from low mintage, but from the brutal reality of survival. Few examples from this year have remained in collectible condition because they were produced in such massive quantities and spent aggressively for decades. Most were tossed into vending machines, used as bus fare, dropped into supermarket change trays, or lost in pockets never to be seen again. The majority that do surface are extremely worn or, like the one discussed here, covered in deep dirt and discoloration, which makes identifying high-grade survivors an increasingly challenging task. This is why genuinely nice examples, especially those with sharp details or unexpected preservation quality, are now emerging as modern rarities. The few that remain visually appealing, structurally intact, or minimally worn are becoming treasured finds that surprise even experienced collectors. Collector demand for this dime has been steadily rising because it represents something larger than the coin itself. It represents the hunt, The Roosevelt Dimes series was never expected to create major rarities like the Wheat Penny series, yet modern collectors have found joy in discovering value where others saw none. The 1981 D stands out not because it is flashy or famous, but because it represents the turning point where common modern circulation coins began crossing into collectible territory. This shift has made the Dime series more exciting for hobbyists, who now look more closely at dates and mint marks they once ignored. And in a series where many coins remain easy to find in lower grades, the contrast of discovering a high-value survivor from 1981 adds a thrill that feels almost unexpected. When it comes to market value, the 1981 D Roosevelt dime has shocked many collectors, with well-preserved examples reaching impressive prices in today's market. Depending on eye appeal, strike sharpness, and condition, some coins have been known to sell anywhere from $620 all the way up to around $4,300, particularly when they display strong luster or an unusually clean surface for the year. Even coins that started out in dirty or heavily used condition have seen dramatic increases in price once properly cleaned through professional conservation, not at home, showing that this date has gained significant momentum among serious collectors. And while not every example will reach the upper end of that range, the fact that such prices are even possible for a modern dime has made this year, and Mintmark, one of the surprise stars of the series. Collectors searching for the 1981 D dime should pay close attention to the physical condition of the coin, especially its surface texture, remaining shine, and clarity of design details. Because so many were heavily used, finding one with readable lettering, visible torch lines, and a preserved rim is already a meaningful achievement. Coins stored for decades in change jars, inherited boxes, estate collections, or forgotten household containers often provide the best chance of finding higher-grade survivors. And for those serious about submitting their finds for grading, it is important to avoid cleaning the coin yourself, since doing so risks damaging the surface and lowering its value. Instead, collectors should focus on natural luster, minimal scratches, and sharp design features. These traits are what transform a common dime into a surprisingly valuable treasure. In the end, the 1981 D USA Roosevelt I dime stands as a remarkable reminder that rarity is not always born. It is often created through time, circulation, and survival. This coin, once lost in the background of everyday commerce, has found new life as a modern collectible with unexpected value and undeniable appeal. For new collectors, it offers an accessible and fascinating piece of history, and for seasoned hobbyists, it represents the thrill of uncovering something extraordinary in the most ordinary of places. And as we continue exploring more hidden treasures in American coinage, stay tuned, because the next coin in this series may be even more surprising than this one. Next up, the 1983 D USA Roosevelt I dime has become one of the most intriguing modern treasures in American numismatics, a coin that quietly circulated for years before collectors realized just how elusive top-quality survivors truly were. What makes this dime so captivating is not just its age or familiar design, but the unexpected intensity of collector demand surrounding it today. In the world of modern circulation strikes, few dates have surprised experts the way the 1983 D has, rising from ordinary pocket change to a highly sought-after rarity in exceptional condition. Collectors now hunt for it with a renewed sense of urgency, especially as high-grade examples continue to grow scarcer with each passing year, elevating this coin to a distinguished position within the Roosevelt Dimes series and making it a centerpiece for enthusiasts building advanced sets. The early 1980s were a turbulent period for the United States economy, marked by inflation, shifting production priorities, and rapid circulation turnover. The Denver Mint in 1983 was producing coins at high speed to keep up with national demand, and the intention was purely functional. No special issues, no commemorative significance, just durable currency for everyday transactions. Funds were tight, production schedules were tight, and quality control was often stretched thin, leading to a generation of coins that saw much heavier wear and fewer pristine survivors. As a result, dimes from this year, particularly those struck in Denver, were not preserved in large quantities by collectors. Unlike silver-era dimes or special proofs of earlier decades, the 1983 D circulated extensively from day one, becoming a product of its economic moment and leaving behind a legacy of scarcity at the highest grading levels. The design of the 1983 D Roosevelt dime remains the classic and enduring work of John R. Sinek, yet when examined closely, it reveals subtle beauty that stands out especially in well-preserved examples. The obverse features the dignified portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, his profile sharp yet softened by the sculptural style of the period, with "In God W.E. Trust," the year 1983, and the Denver mint mark stamped clearly beside him. On the reverse, the iconic torch stands tall, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength, symbols that carry deep meaning even in this small denomination. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, the coin weighs 2.27 grams and measures 17.9 millimeters in diameter, a combination familiar to modern collectors, yet still respected for its craftsmanship. Under the right lighting or in a high-grade state, the luster and precision of the details remind collectors why even modern dimes can hold exceptional artistic value. The rarity of the 1983 D dime emerges not from its mintage numbers, which were quite high, but from the severe shortage of surviving examples in premium condition. Because nearly every coin struck in 1983 was immediately pushed into circulation, very few were saved before they suffered scratches, rim dings, discoloration, or heavy wear. Collectors often note that even coins found in old rolls tend to show signs of rough handling, making truly pristine examples exceedingly hard to come by. High-grade specimens with full torch lines on the reverse, well-struck lettering, and undisturbed fields now command intense interest because they represent a level of preservation that the general circulation environment of the 1980s simply did not support. This powerful combination of high mintage but low high-grade survival is what transforms the 1983 D into a modern rarity. The market value of the 1983 D Roosevelt dime has climbed sharply in recent years, with collectors paying surprising premiums for coins that display exceptional eye appeal. Depending on grade and strike quality, well-preserved examples can sell anywhere from $760 to as high as $4,150, particularly when certified by leading grading services and displaying strong detail or full torch characteristics. Auction records continue to reflect growing demand, and coins that might once have been overlooked are now being carefully examined for their investment potential. The rise in value is driven not only by scarcity, but also by the growing appreciation for modern circulation rarities, which have become a significant segment of today's numismatic market. As older collections resurface and new collectors join the hobby, competition for premium 1983 D dimes remains intense. Collectors seeking this coin should rely on a careful and patient approach, as truly high-quality examples rarely appear without diligent searching. It is wise to focus on coins with crisp details on Roosevelt's hair, smooth fields free of contact marks, and well-defined torch lines on the reverse. Certification from reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC provides crucial assurance of authenticity and condition, especially since grading standards play a significant role in determining this coin's market value. Proper storage in airtight holders, controlled environments, or archival quality flips ensures that the coin retains its surface quality over time. Searching through old bank rolls, inherited collections, estate lots, and dealer stock remains one of the most effective methods for discovering hidden gems. though competition is growing as more collectors learn about the value of the 1983 D. In reflecting on the 1983 D USA Roosevelt Dime, it becomes clear why this coin holds such a meaningful place in the modern numismatic landscape. Its story is one of survival, scarcity, and rediscovery, an ordinary dime transformed into a prized treasure due to the unexpected rarity of top-grade examples. For new collectors, it serves as an introduction to the excitement of modern coin hunting, while seasoned numismatists appreciate the deeper historical context and the challenge of securing a high-grade specimen. The steady rise in value suggests promising long-term potential, making it not only a coin of historical and aesthetic interest, but also a compelling choice for those seeking investment-grade additions to their collections. As collectors continue their search for exceptional modern rarities, the 1983 D Roosevelt Dime stands out as a shining reminder that even the smallest coins can carry the greatest stories. Next up, the 2002 D USA Roosevelt Dime has emerged as one of the unexpected standouts in modern numismatics, a coin that collectors once overlooked but now pursue with intense interest as its scarcity and high-grade conditions becomes more widely recognized. Although it is a relatively recent issue, it has gained a reputation for being one of the toughest modern dimes to find in flawless, investment-level quality. Its growing importance stems from the fact that collectors today are turning their attention to modern circulation coins, and within that expanding interest, the 2002 D dime has risen sharply in desirability. Its appeal comes not only from its role in the long-running Roosevelt Dime series, but also from the surprising difficulty of locating pristine survivors, something that has fueled strong market demand and driven up prices for exceptional examples. When examining the historical background of this coin, it becomes clear that its journey begins during a time when the United States Mint was deep into an era of mass production, focusing heavily on efficiency. In 2002, the Denver Mint was responsible for striking millions of dimes needed to maintain circulation flow, especially as the economy shifted into the early 2000s digital age, where physical currency still played a vital role in everyday life. The Roosevelt Dime series, first introduced in 1946, continued its legacy without interruption, commemorating the leadership of Franklin D. Roosevelt and honoring the impact he had on American society. Although the 2002 D dime itself was not tied to any specific commemorative event, its place within the broader historical narrative of post-2000 U.S. coinage reflects a period of transition, modernization, and rapid distribution, creating conditions that inadvertently limited the survival of exceptional quality pieces. The design of the 2002 D dime remains faithful to the aesthetic foundation laid by John R. Sinek, yet the crispness and clarity of modern striking technology give this version a refined, razor-sharp appearance when preserved in top condition. The obverse presents Roosevelt's profile against a smooth field, with "In God We Trust," Liberty, the year 2002, and the bold D mint mark positioned beside the portrait. On the reverse, the familiar trio of symbols, the torch, the olive branch, and the oak branch, combine to express unity, peace, and national resilience. The coin is composed of a copper core with a nickel-clad surface, weighing 2.27 grams and measuring 17.9 millimeters in diameter, making it consistent with the modern dime standard. What makes the 2002 D visually special is the way its luster appears under ideal preservation conditions, producing a reflective brilliance that makes high-grade examples particularly eye-catching among contemporary issues. The rarity of the 2002 D dime becomes more apparent when collectors analyze its survival pattern rather than simply its mintage numbers. While millions were struck, nearly all were immediately released into circulation, with very few retained in mint-state rolls or sealed bags. As a result, the chances of encountering one without contact marks, abrasions, or dulling from heavy handling are extremely low. Many collectors also note that 2002 D dimes commonly exhibit weak strikes on certain areas of the design, diminishing the number of coins that qualify for elite grading. This scarcity of near-perfect specimens is what has transformed the coin into a modern rarity. Coins that display full torch lines, sharp lettering, and undisturbed surfaces are exceptionally hard to find, driving significant competition among collectors aiming for top-tier registry sets. The market value of the 2002 D Roosevelt dime has steadily increased as more collectors realize how infrequently high-grade examples appear at auction. Prices for premium specimens now range from $690 up to around $4,600, depending on factors such as strike strength, surface quality, and certification level. Coins graded at the highest mint state levels command the strongest premiums, especially those verified for exceptional luster or razor-sharp detailing. Sales records from private collections and online auctions confirm that the appreciation for this date continues to rise, reflecting a growing trend toward valuing modern circulation rarities. With the Roosevelt Dime series remaining a cornerstone of U.S. numismatics, standout dates like the 2002 D have become increasingly attractive to both investors and traditional collectors. Those pursuing the 2002 D dime should approach their search with careful attention to detail and an understanding of what sets the most valuable examples apart. Key indicators of quality include clean fields free from scratches, a distinct separation of the torch lines, sharp contours in Roosevelt's hair, and natural mint luster unmarred by dulling or discoloration. Because modern coins can be deceptively difficult to evaluate by eye alone, certification by leading grading services such as NGC or PCGS is essential for confirming true market value. Collectors should store the coin in airtight, non-PVC holders to prevent tone damage, and they should avoid any form of cleaning, as even a light polish can permanently reduce value. Searching through unsearched bank rolls, dealer inventory, and estate accumulations may yield occasional finds, though competition for high-end examples remains strong. Reflecting on its place in the numismatic landscape, the 2002 D USA Roosevelt 1 dime stands as a powerful reminder that rarity is not always defined by age or mintage alone. This coin's significance lies in its combination of modern production, widespread circulation, and strikingly low survival rate of exceptional quality pieces. It appeals to seasoned collectors who appreciate the challenge of assembling top-tier Roosevelt dime sets, as well as newer enthusiasts who find joy in discovering hidden value in modern coinage. Its aesthetic charm, historical continuity, and strong market performance position it as one of the most intriguing modern dimes to pursue. Looking ahead, the ongoing rise in demand suggests that this coin's value and prestige will only continue to grow, making it a standout piece for anyone building a meaningful U.S. coin collection. Next up, the 2008 D USA Roosevelt 1 dime has quickly risen to prominence as one of the most captivating modern rarities in the Roosevelt Dime series, surprising collectors with its growing value and unexpected scarcity in top-tier condition. What makes this dime so appealing is not its age, but the dramatic difference between how common it seems in circulation and how astonishingly rare it is in flawless, investment-grade form. Collectors have come to appreciate the 2008 D as one of the key modern dates that demands attention, especially from those building high-level registry sets. Its importance in numismatics stems from its ability to represent the shift toward modern coin appreciation, proving that even recent issues can develop strong demand and command significant premiums when exceptionally well preserved. The year 2008 holds a unique place in American history, marked by economic uncertainty, shifting political landscapes, and widespread financial instability. During this period, the Denver Mint operated at full capacity to maintain currency flow despite the nation's looming recession. While the Roosevelt Dimes series had already passed 6 decades of continuous production, the 2008 issue became part of a generation of coins produced during a moment of national tension and rapid economic transition. Though not tied to any special event or commemorative milestone, the 2008 D dime reflects the resilience of the mint and the broader monetary system during a challenging and transformative time in U.S. history. Its production in Denver, a facility known for its high-speed output, further shaped the character of coins struck that year. The design of the 2008 D dime carries the enduring artistic vision of John R. Sinek, preserving the iconic portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse with a clarity that, in high-grade examples, appears sharper than many earlier strikes. The inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 2008 frame the portrait, accompanied by the Denver Mint mark stamped cleanly near the lower left. On the reverse, the torch symbolizing enlightenment stands boldly between an olive branch of peace and an oak branch of strength, forming the classic trio of motifs that define the series. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition weighing 2.27 grams and measuring 17.9 millimeters, the 2008 D follows the modern standard. Yet what sets it apart is the unusually bright, almost mirror-like luster that appears on coins preserved in pristine condition. These top-tier examples display crisp detailing and a vibrant finish, making them visually striking in a way that collectors instantly recognize. The rarity of the 2008 D Roosevelt dime is rooted in its limited survival at the highest mint state levels rather than its mintage number. While millions were struck, the majority entered circulation immediately and experienced rapid wear during a time of heavy currency turnover. Many examples exhibit small contact marks, weak details, or surface abrasions due to the high-speed striking and handling processes of the Denver Mint that year. Few were preserved in untouched rolls, and even fewer escaped the inevitable scuffs and scratches associated with modern coin distribution. High-grade pieces showing flawless fields, sharp torch lines, and original luster are now considered exceptionally scarce. The difficulty of finding perfect or near-perfect specimens has elevated this dime from a common pocket coin to a coveted modern rarity with strong collector demand. The market value of the 2008 D Roosevelt dime has risen consistently as collectors recognize just how few premium examples are available. Prices for top-quality, certified specimens now range from $830 to approximately $4,480, with the highest premiums awarded to coins graded at elite levels and showing extraordinary eye appeal. Auction data and private sales indicate that the demand for this year and mint mark continues to increase, driven by the competitive nature of registry set building and the broader interest in modern mint state rarities. Coins with extraordinary strike quality, minimal marks, or full torch details tend to attract the strongest bids, reflecting an appreciation not only for rarity, but also for technical precision and preservation. As more collectors pursue modern high-grade dimes, the 2008 D remains one of the standout dates commanding significant market attention. Collectors searching for this dime should pay careful attention to the surface quality and strike sharpness, as even small imperfections can significantly impact value. The highest grade examples display reflective luster, fully defined hairlines on Roosevelt's profile, and sharp separations in the torch detail. Certification from respected grading services such as PCGS or NGC is essential for verifying authenticity and securing accurate valuation, especially given the sensitivity of modern grading standards. Proper storage in airtight capsules or archival flips is crucial to prevent discoloration, contamination, or friction marks that can diminish the coin's appeal. Acquiring high-grade 2008 D dimes often requires searching through bulk dealer inventories, attending auctions, or participating in specialized numismatic communities where rare modern coins are more likely to surface. The 2008 D Roosevelt Dime stands as a remarkable example of how a modern circulation coin can evolve into a prized collectible, rising from the background of everyday commerce to become a noteworthy rarity. It offers collectors a blend of modern history, artistic continuity, and investment potential, making it an attractive addition to both beginner collections and advanced sets. Its scarcity and superb condition ensures that demand will remain strong, and its distinctive place within the current era of numismatic appreciation positions it as a standout piece for those interested in modern rarity trends. As collectors continue to explore the unexpected value hidden in recent U.S. coinage, the 2008 D dime shines as a testament to the enduring appeal of the Roosevelt series and the exciting possibilities within contemporary numismatics.